Hi, this is week 2 in the weekly vlog series. So I expected for this week, I expect to finish everything by Friday, on Friday the 8th, which is actually today. That's at the beginning of the week, that's what I expected to do, to meet the deadline. I expected to be confident in the option that I'd chosen and really happy with it. And I also expected to be quicker with studying and manage my time better so that I would speed up a little bit. I thought the challenges of week 2 would probably be meeting the deadline and just getting everything done. I wasn't sure last week either whether I was going to be able to achieve that because I went a little bit slower last week than I expected, and this week I'll cover it in a minute, but I did go much faster. And I also expected the treatment to be really difficult. I looked through it and I remember actually struggling with the treatment a lot in a previous project. And how did I prepare for week 2? I looked at a lot of examples. I was doing a lot of trawling through the internet and on like Vimeo for short films and YouTube for short films and YouTube for music videos, and also looking at some digital production examples as well. And I also set out the advantages and disadvantages of each option, and I actually went through them with my mum as well and spoke to her and asked her what she thought that I'd probably be best at and see if her opinion kind of matched mine in any way. And I also made a more achievable and sustainable schedule. So basically I'm not a morning person and I've been trying to do my work in the mornings and that doesn't really work for me. So now that I'm working in the evenings more, I'm finding it way easier. I'm finding I'm getting work done in a smaller space of time rather than spreading it over a whole day and being really jolted, and so I felt that really worked for me. So what was happening? I was getting a lot of work done. I was being quite productive, I think. I was being productive. And I also did some research with my friend and helped her out a little bit, which I actually found really helpful for myself, which I will cover in a minute as well. And I came up with a solid idea, like creative idea for the music video and for the short film. And I was happy with those ideas. And I made my final decision. I decided which option I wanted to choose, which was to do a music video with using a David Bowie song. And the week didn't work out as expected, not technically, because I thought I actually really was convinced I wouldn't meet the deadline, and I did. So it didn't work out as expected, but in a good way. It was much better than last week in that sense. And so how was I dealing with the challenges? I managed my time really well, obviously, by doing my work in the afternoons, which was much more productive. And I think because of that I met the deadline. I think if I hadn't managed my time well, there's no way I would have met that deadline. And then in order to do the treatment, I actually created like a rough storyboard, which took a long time, but it was worth it. And it will absolutely help me a bunch when it comes to actually making my actual storyboard. It was good because I finished everything else a little bit early, so I had time to do that, and then do my treatment. So it was good. It was good time management, I think, on my part. And then what was I learning from week 2? I learned that I learn a lot better in the afternoons rather than the mornings. 100%. I knew that anyway, but I never acted on it. I never thought it was a big deal. Whereas now I'm like, that's actually important. Like, obviously I can work in the mornings, but on my days off, afternoons, I'm more likely to just set myself 3 hours and then just go full blast in those 3 hours, and then I find I'm way more likely to get it done. And then I also learned a little bit more about narrative structure and plot types. I sort of expanded on my knowledge a little bit more in that sense. I think what went well, obviously I scheduled my time better, which meant I got a better quality of work in my opinion. I got more out of it. I got more out of the hours that I put in. And helping my friend, actually, that meant I was like recapping and expanding and improving my knowledge, like my previous knowledge that I already had. And I really enjoyed it, actually. I really enjoyed it. So is there anything I could do differently next week? Don't overdo the creative idea for the digital production. I did find that, I think with the music video creative idea as well as the short film creative idea, I overdid it maybe a little bit. I don't think it's 100% necessary to do it in that much detail, so I'm going to take a little bit of a step back, but I don't want to lose any quality, obviously. And then I also want to put like the most work possible towards pre-production, for my the option that I've chosen, and I need time to do that. Obviously, I need a lot of time to do that. And what are the long-term implications? I think helping my friend made me realise that I was actually quite good at explaining things, and I enjoyed helping her. Like, I really enjoyed it, and seeing her sort of knowledge expand, and she actually gained a lot of confidence from it, which I really liked. And basically I explained the narrative structures and the 7 basic plot types. It just clicked with her. She didn't really get it before, and it just clicked with her. So I felt like from that that maybe teaching would be an option for me in the future, and I have spoken about that before. It's something that I am interested in, but it just takes a small little scenario or just moment like that, or several moments like that make you kind of realise you have particular skills you didn't know you had before. So that is something that I am really interested in. But that's the end of my second week vlog, and I'll look forward to the rest of this week.